Can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum and good evening.
Start, Ariba.
Should I start?
Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening. A very warm welcome to each one of you. I welcome you all to the Readers Club Expert Review session. I am Ariba Shah, the host for today's session, and on behalf of Aura E-Magazine Readers Club, I extend my appreciation for all your presence today. Great readers make great writers. Great writers make great communicators, and great communicators make great persuaders. And you know what great persuaders make? They make great societies, and that is what the world needs. Aura is an e-magazine that represents the voice of women. Launched on March 2nd, 2001, Aura was an experiment which now has been working successfully for women by women. Aura is a digital publication that hopes to be a space for voice, dream, experiences, creativity of women. The magazine attempts to engage with women
and ends. So
debate,
I hereby
center-
call upon Mrs. Mukhtar Nadeem Sahaba to lay the content of this meet with an auspicious reminder from the Noble Quran. Mrs. Mukhtar.
This some distance going on around.
Hello,
Okay, you continue, Ariba.
should I start again?
No, you can start from where you.
Okay. The magazine attempts to engage with women's voice debates while centering social, political, economic, and personal experiences of women from different countries. Drawing upon the framework of gender justice and social justice, it has become a regular aspect of Aura magazine to organize the immense symposium of expert review. Now, without any further delay, let's begin with the session with Tilawat-e-Quran. I invite Ma'am Saishta Shah for the Quran Tilawat and translation. She is a member of JIH Goa, President Women's Wing, JIH Vasco Unit. And your time is 5 minutes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم تلك آيات الكتاب الحكيم هدى ورحمة للمحسنين الذين يقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون ومن الناس من يشتري لهو الحديث ليضل عن سبيل الله بغير علم ويتخذها هزوا أولئك لهم عذاب مهين وإذا تتلى عليه آياتنا ولى مستكبرا كأن لم يسمعها كأن في أذنيه وقرا فبشره بعذاب أليم إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم جنات النعيم خالدين فيها وعد الله حقا وهو العزيز الحكيم خلق السماوات بغير أمد ترونها وألقى في الأرض رواسي أن تميد بكم وبث فيها من كل دابة وأنزلنا من السماء ماء فأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج كريم هذا خلق الله فأروني ماذا خلق الذين من دونه بل الظالمون في ضلال مبين صدق अल्लाहुल अलीयुल अज़ीम। ये कुरान पाक की जो है चैप्टर नंबर 31 और जो मैंने आयत तिलावत की रही हूँ 1 to 11 और इसका ट्रांसलेशन इस तरह है अलिफ लाम मीम। These are the verses of the wise book, a guidance and mercy for the doers of good, who establish prayer and pay zakat, and have firm faith in the year after. It is they who are on true guidance from their Lord, and it is they who shall prosper. There are some human beings who purchase an enchanting diversion in order to lead people away from the way of Allah, without having any knowledge, who hold the call to the way of Allah to ridicule. A humiliating chastisement awaits them. When our verses are recited to such a person, he arrogantly turns away, as though he had not heard them, or as though they are a deafness in their ears. So announce to him the tidings of grievous chastisement. Surely those who believe and do good deeds shall have gardens of bliss. They shall abide in them forever. This is Allah's promise that shall come true. He is the most powerful, the most wise. He created the heavens without any pillars visible to you, and he placed mountains in the earth as pegs, lest it should turn topstory with you. And he dispersed all kind of animals over the earth, and sent down water from the sky, causing all kinds of excellent plants to grow on it. Surely is Allah's creation. Show me then what any others apart from Allah have created? Nay, the fact is that the wrongdoers are in manifest error. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair, Mrs. Shaista Shah, for reciting beautiful verses. Moving on further, I invite Samina Afshar for introductory address. She is the editor of Aura e-magazine.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Alhamdulillah, all praises are due to Allah. I welcome all of you, all the esteemed and expert reviewers today to this Aura Readers Club, Goa. Aura Monthly e-magazine, as you all know, the one who is conducting the program, the sister has already introduced Aura to you. It started in March 2021. It launched in March 2021 with the clear and noble motto of reviving feminine strength. That is a motto of Aura. Strengthening the power of women, making them aware of what real femininity is. Most of our articles, if you have gone through, it is to empower women and show them that the uniqueness of femininity. Although Aura has array of topics, different topics, diverse subjects are discussed in Aura. This is to make women confident of the uniqueness of their femininity, uniqueness of the feminine quality in them. As you have reviewed Aura, you have seen the Aura magazine of this month at least. The topics covered in Aura are, it starts from politics, gender debates, religious matters, education, academics, environment, health, family, and contemporary discourses are also discussed in Aura in a very beautiful manner. We have essays and articles and book reviews and flash fictions and children's corner and media watch. So many things are discussed in each issue of Aura. And our writers come from different platforms. We have writers from all over India. About 250 writers are there who write for Aura, who contribute for Aura. They're from India and from abroad also, from other countries, other part of the world. We have first-time writers. It's the culture of Aura that it gives opportunity to first-time writers and young writers, so that they get a platform to show their talents, to show the talents of their writing, to show the talents of their creativity. So this time of the month, every month, since so many months, Aura, the team Aura is conducting this Aura Readers Clubs in different states of India. It is already conducted in Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat. So many states are already covered, and Alhamdulillah, all praises to the Almighty that today Aura Readers Club Goa has organized this program beautifully with so many experts to review this month of the Aura of January's Aura. To review this issue. So many have consented. I welcome all of you, the esteemed guests of today, the experts of today, to review. We look forward for this time of the month. We look forward with all enthusiasm. We look forward to know what our work is. We look forward to see what is the opinion of people. We are looking forward for the opinions, for your advice, for your corrections, scope of improvement, for all type of harsh criticism. You are welcome to review Aura in any manner you want. We will value all your opinions, and Aura will be indebted to you for agreeing to come up here and voice your opinion and give us all type of advice. So once again, I welcome all of you. This is your Aura. Please take Aura to the masses. Please spread the message about Aura to all your contacts, and it will be a great contribution to women, the empowerment of women, and to society as a whole. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Samina Afshar. Next, for the key address, I invite Mrs. Nazrana Darwish. She is the member of JIH, member of Aura Readers Community.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Peace be upon you all, and God's mercy and blessings be upon you all. It's been almost 2 years now that Aura e-magazine is climbing heights of success each day with its innovative vision that emphasizes women issues in a very different way. It has broken the stereotypes on which many other magazines, women magazines, are based on. And that's why it is rightly called a magazine with a difference. I congratulate Aura for this success. Most mighty hand is of that Almighty God, Allah, who is for this blessing on aura. And also, among the attributes of God, the one attribute is Al-Haq, means the truth. Allah likes truth, and so blessing on aura is attributable to the truth which aura tries to bring in its articles. Articles which are based on ground reality, which are unbiased. The purpose of this program is to convey this truth far and wide and form a chain of readers, um, contributors, writers, and creative minds for aura, and also to give voices to those descents which are suppressed for ages, especially women voices, and to bring to spotlight those talents which do not find a rightful platform. So Team Aura has given a different dimension to knowledge through this magazine, and thus it has opened the doors of paradise for its readers, inshallah. As it is quoted in a hadith that it is by the last prophet of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that whoever follows a path in pursuit of knowledge, Allah will make him the path of paradise easy. With this note, I welcome all the speakers, Team Aura, our readers, contributors, and guests who have joined us from all over India and abroad. Thank you and welcome all.
Thank you, Ma'am Nazrana. Moving on to our session, we have amongst us 6 wonderful personalities, and they will share their reviews, opinion, experience with aura. We have C.S. Moksha Kotian, Ruvina Khan, Zaida Sheikh, Amrita Anand, Bibi Aisha Jahari, Nuha Sheikh. Let's all welcome our today's speakers. Our first speaker for today is C.S. Moksha Kotian. She is an experienced company secretary with demonstrated history of working in different types of industry as a company secretary and compliance officer for more than a decade, skilled in legal compliances, cooperative governance, company secretarial work, compliances under FEMA, RBI, legal documentation, agreement drafting, IPO, and other legal requirements for businesses. Her topic will be how childhood trauma can lead to adult loneliness. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Saif Khan. Good evening, everyone. I am Moksha Kotian, and already my introduction is already given properly. And just want to add, I'm a practicing company secretary in MAPSA, Goa, and I'm from a legal background. This is a topic which I've chosen is related to health, but it is somewhat interesting topic, and that's why I have decided to give my views on it. The topic is how childhood trauma can lead to adult loneliness. First of all, trauma means what? Trauma is a wound which has happened on the heart or the mind of a tender child. In the childhood is a phase where, we take all the emotions with us. We are actually shaping the next generation. So that is a time when, every small and big things has an impact on the whole life. The personality of a child, the dreams of the child is actually developed in the childhood. And then that is what is taken for life. So it is always most important that, we not only take care of their physical upbringing, but also their mental and emotional upbringing. We don't hurt them. We don't create, impressions on them. Even being a parent, knowingly or unknowingly, we are exposing them to things that, they are not ready for through the media or through our personal behavior. But when I'm asked to give my opinion, I would like to tell all the children who have grown up, they always say, I've seen in my friend groups and others also that, my parents were like that. We have been brought up in that environment. That is why my personality is like that. I am little shy because, I've seen people like that. and even poverty, even abuse, those things, when it impacted in the childhood, is taken for life and people remain in that hurt. But I feel what is past is past. Now, when after we complete a certain age, we are wise enough to understand whether we have to carry our wound till our lifetime and be emotionally low or come out of it. Today the mental science is talking about mental health, anxiety, trauma, and a lot of other issues which are actually impacted because of having pain inside. Whatever has happened in our past is something which every one of us has to leave and come out. If we sit and cry because of XYZ, because of a situation, because of a society, because of what has happened in my past, I am in a pain, I will stop myself from growing. I will not have my independent decision. I will not be able to take appropriate decisions for my life. Won't be able to handle failures in life if I stay wounded for life. If I stay thinking that something in the past has disturbed my present. So whatever has happened, if it's a talk for 5 minutes, so I won't stretch much, but my opinion is being wiser is important. Each one of us have to accept that our past is already past. It cannot be repaired, and we have to be intelligent enough, conscious enough to understand our present situation and be intelligent to make our dreams not dependent on past but on the present and future. And one example also I would like to give on this. As a child, this is an extreme example, two examples for that matter, one positive and one negative. Uh, First, I'll start with negative. When Adolf Hitler was a child, very small child, he went for a drawing competition. Okay, from Germany, he went to another country. And in that country, as a child, he was not allowed to give that drawing competition just because he was from Germany. So that impression in the childhood, he took it in his mind it's so badly that when he grew up, he decided to acquire the whole world, create all mess, create all pain. And at the same time, it was of no point, no use. And a good example, as a child, Mr. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our own ex-president, late ex-president, his childhood was in poverty. He had to go through many things, but at the same time, he built up his mind, his dreams that he wants to achieve something, and he had worked on it. And that is how he has become a successful person. So my topic ends with this: whatever our past is, we have to leave it, we have to forget the situation, and we have to look for better opportunities. And as a parent and as a society, I would also say child's mind is very tender. Take care of it, don't break their head, give them respect, give them equal opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Moksha, for covering up such a sensitive topic and giving your opinion and review on it.
Thank you.
Moving on further, I would like to invite our second speaker, Rowena Khan. She is a journalist working for English newspaper Goa, The Times of India, ex-journalist for national newspaper The Times of India for 13 years, faculty for English language in several institutions in Goa. She'll present her review on poetry, The Lone Fighter. Over to you, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers, Jamaat-e-Islami-Hind and Aura Magazine team for giving me this platform to express my views on a very sensitive topic, which is the need of the hour. I have chosen the poem The Lone Fighter, published in the Aura magazine by Dr. Zoya Aisha in its January 2023 edition. To start with, I would first like to read out the poem. Behind her pale face and serene expression lies an untold story of severe depression. No one had foreseen this catastrophe. They were unaware of her mental atrophy. Her soul must be lurking somewhere nearby, deciphering what these people's presence implies. I, who knew somewhat of her life's turbulence, was amazed by her death's influence. Seeing the fusion of toxic and neutral relatives brought incessant flashbacks of positives and negatives. Her life was majorly dictated by societal narratives. Has her death finally rattled people's dormant sensitivities? In addition to poor parental support and nasty neighborhood, burdened with strained financial circumstances from childhood, some genetic and environmental risk factors at play too blended in varying proportions and made her diagnosis come through. None understood the nuances of her mental health. To avoid ridicule, the diagnosis wasn't spelled. It affected many major decisions of her life. Meanwhile, her demeanor bore the brunt of this strife. What will it take for this society to realize? Remaining silent about such issues paralyze. Mental health and its issues need to be analyzed. Visiting psychiatrists and psychologists should be normalized. Her religion required her to believe in life after death. Only God knows the circumstance surrounding her last breath. Alone in this world and alone in the grave she dwelled. I pray for her soul to the one who truly and completely forgiveth. This was the poem, and I would just like to read out a small review which I have done. This poem can be perceived as a thought-provoking piece of literary work that sounds like an anthem of the modern generation of seekers. The title of the poem is rather startling and cultivates a sense of enthusiasm in the reader to search for the understanding of our deepest fear and what essentially the poet is talking about. The central idea in the poem revolves around understanding human nature and what we are meant for, our weaknesses and potentials. The element of suicide is unmistakably the theme. Although the poem is tragic and melancholic, the poet focuses attention on different aspects of suicide. Over the years, the issue of suicide has been slowly increasing. The effects of suicide are tragic and felt long after the individual has taken their own life. The poet starts the poem with the description of the appearances of the girl who is referred to as the lone fighter. The girl lays quite shrouded by death. Immediately, we are told the reason for the tragic death of the girl being depression. Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. It affects how you feel, think, and behave and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. One may have trouble doing normal day-to-day activities and feel life is not worth living. Depression and suicide are rampant in today's time and is a growing issue of concern. The poem tells us that surrounded by people physically, the girl was lonely mentally. Neither she expressed nor anybody realized the mental trauma she suffered. The beginning of the second stanza refers to the day she dies and the scene of a house where people have gathered, amazed, curious, scared at the extreme step of hers. Her soul somewhere lurking around looking at them wonders the usefulness of their presence where she needs them. Further, the poet introduces the relatives toxic and neutral with negatives and positives, hinting at the society we live in. The way societal norms influences our lives with its terms and conditions. The poet wonders after this tragedy whether a sense of responsibility has sunk in within the society whose traits are usually toxic, insensitive, and insensible. We are then introduced to the factors responsible for a suicide, right from parental upbringing, financial burdens, genetic problems to societal narratives. The girl is said to have depressed with every aspect of her life. It brings us face to face with the major concern of treating mental health being considered as a stigma. Though the girl was diagnosed with certain complications, the fright of being ridiculed did not permit her family to give her the right kind of help she deserved. The trauma of nobody understanding her mental health and the impact of this negligence on her mind, body, and major decisions of her life ends in suicide. The silence of family, relatives, and society at large is questioned by the poet. The poet immediately strikes the right chords, asking us to normalize the trend of treating mental health or visiting psychiatrists and psychologists. Treatments like medication and counseling may help those who are struggling in the world. It can help the person to get back on their feet and feel empowered and stronger than ever. It may help the person to let go of the past and start over again. At the end of the poem, the girl who is the lone fighter is dwelling alone in her death, as lonely as she was in her life. The poet can only pray for good to God for forgiveness. Being a tragedy poem aimed at healing and empowering people in their daily lives, the poet was knowledgeable in choosing a title which matches her message. The title of the poem is a reflection of the human nature in the sense that it reflects the weaknesses of people of failing to explore their potentials. The fear is unconscious and is demonstrated when people fail to maximize on their strengths. I would like to end by stating that suicide is a multifaceted problem and hence suicide prevention programs should also be multidimensional. Collaboration, coordination, cooperation, and commitment are needed to develop and implement a national plan which is cost-effective, appropriate, and relevant to the needs of the community. The time is ripe for mental health professionals to adopt, practice, and leadership roles in suicide prevention and save the lives of thousands of young Indians. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Rowena, for reviewing such a wonderful, sensitive piece of Zoya Aisha. And indeed, it's a need of an hour. Thank you very much. Our next speaker for today is Zaida Sheikh. She is a lecturer at GVM's High Secondary School. She'll be presenting her review on topic Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the eyes of Vivekanand and Sister Nivedita. Over to you, ma'am.
A very good evening to all the listeners. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I have been told to give my review on the topic Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the eyes of Swami Vivekananda and Sister Nivedita by Mahfuza Tarannum. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last messenger of Allah. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not the founder of Islam. He spread Islam to the world. ये मेरे लिए सौभाग्य की बात है कि मुझे इस विषय पर अपने विचार व्यक्त करने का मौका मिला। महफूजा तरन्नुम ने अपने लेख में कवि बिहारी की तरह गागर में सागर भरने की कोशिश की है, अर्थात कम शब्दों में बहुत कुछ कहने का प्रयास किया है। लेख में आए हुए चंद बिंदुओं पर ही मैं प्रकाश डालना चाहूंगी। सबसे प्रथम स्वामी विवेकानंद ने अपने भाषण में जगह जगह हजरत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के बारे में जो बातें कही हैं वह सराहनीय है। मेरा मानना है कि किसी महान व्यक्ति की विचारधारा को या आइडियोलॉजी को जानना है तो उसके परिवेश को जानना जरूरी है। वह जिस माहौल में थे उसे जानना जरूरी है। स्वामी विवेकानंद का जन्म 12 जनवरी 1963 में हुआ। एक अमीर परिवार में वे जन्मे। विश्वनाथ दत्त ये उनके पिताजी का नाम। ये एक लॉयर थे कलकत्ता के हाई कोर्ट में। इनके विचारों का जबरदस्त प्रभाव स्वामी विवेकानंद पर रहा। सभी धर्मों का सम्मान करना, माँ से सच्चाई के रास्ते पर ही चलना, किसी का दिल न दुखाना, यह सब दीक्षा व शिक्षा उन्हें अपने परिवार से मिली। राजा राम मोहन रॉय जिन्होंने ब्रह्म समाज की स्थापना की, जिन्होंने विडो रीमैरिज के दरवाजे खोले, उनके विचारों का प्रभाव उन पर रहा। अंधविश्वास, जातिवाद का विरोध, टॉलरेशन, यूनिवर्सल ब्रदरहुड, शंकराचार्य के वेदांत, खुद को दूसरों में देखना और दूसरों को खुद में देखना, ये अद्वैत सिद्धांत का प्रभाव भी उन पर रहा। इन सभी विचारों का प्रभाव होकर उनके नॉलेज या उनका ज्ञान एक डाइवर्स हो गया, एक लिबरल आउटलुक और क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग की क्षमता 20 वर्ष में ही उनमें आ गई। जहां आज के युवक पबजी और सोशल मीडिया से कनेक्टेड रहते हैं, उसी में मग्न रहते हैं, वहीं स्वामी विवेकानंद ने जिंदगी का पूरा सार ही इस आयु में पा लिया था। यही कारण था कि उनका व्यक्तित्व लोगों को अपील करने लगा, अपनी ओर खींचने लगा। जहां उन्होंने अपने विषय हजरत मोहम्मद के बारे में कहा है, इस्लाम और मुसलमानों के प्रति उनका करीबी रिश्ता रहा। मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की विचारधारा से वे प्रभावित थे। जहां उन्होंने कहा है, फेनेटिसिज्म सही नहीं है, अर्थात किसी भी धर्म में कट्टरता सही नहीं है। मैं भी अपने छात्रों को यही शिक्षा देती हूँ कि भले ही आप किसी भी धर्म से जुड़े क्यों ना हो, संबंधित क्यों ना हो, आपके विचार खुले रहने चाहिए। अन्य धर्म के गुरुओं को सुनेंगे, जानेंगे, पढ़ेंगे तो उतनी ही आप विकसित आपकी मानसिकता होगी। स्वामी विवेकानंद मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम
नहीं मतलब खाली उसके रखेंगे क्या?
Moments we can give.
Can I continue?
Yes, yes.
या स्वामी विवेकानंद मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की इसी विचारधारा से प्रभावित, जहां मानवता का मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम पैगाम देते हैं, कोई उनके साथ बुरा व्यवहार भी करता था मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के साथ, तो तब भी वे धैर्य और संयम से उसे बदले में उनसे प्रेम ही देते थे। एक किस्सा हदीस का एक छोटी सी जो है कम शब्दों में सुनाना चाहूंगी। एक औरत जो उनके रास्ते पर कचरा फेंका करती थी, एक दिन उसे न पाकर रास्ते में वो बीमार हो गई, तो उसे उसका हालचाल लेने के लिए भी मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम पहुंच गए। एक शख्स जो उनसे नफरत करते थे, तभी सभी ने कहा कि उनके जनाजे की नमाज आप ना पढ़ें, तब भी जो है उनकी बात को न मानकर मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने उनके जनाजे की नमाज भी पढ़ी, अदा की। ऐसे कई उदाहरण हैं जहां मानव जीवन को कैसे जिया जाए, एक आदर्श मानव कौन होता है या कैसा होता है, इसका परिचय मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने दुनिया को दिया। जैसे मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम ने शबरी के झूठे बेर खाकर उसकी भावनाओं को सम्मान किया, एक समान दृष्टि रखी, जहां 10 सरों के दिमाग वाले रावण को पराजय किया, क्योंकि रावण मानव पर राज्य करता था और श्री राम मानवता पर राज्य करते थे। मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के बारे में आगे स्वामी विवेकानंद कहते हैं कि जो व्यक्ति चरित्र से महान होता है, वह यानी उसे एक से ज्यादा वह समाज के हित में विवाह कर भी ले तो भी कोई बुराई नहीं, लेकिन जो व्यक्ति चरित्रहीन होता है, उसे जो है विवाह करने का अधिकार ही नहीं है। मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की विवाह को लेकर भी कई ऐसे प्रश्न उठाए गए। यह दुख की बात है कि जो लोग उस समय के हालात को ही नहीं जान पाए, वो मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को कैसे जानेंगे। मात्र 25 साल की आयु में वे 40 वर्षीय महिला खदीजा रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हा से जिनका 2 बार तलाक हो चुका था, उनके साथ वे विवाह करते हैं। जहां उनकी बातें लोग नहीं स्वीकार रहे थे, इस्लाम का प्रचार प्रसार वो कर रहे थे, लोग उन्हें स्वीकार नहीं रहे थे, तब पहली बार जो है खदीजा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला ने इस्लाम कबूल किया, उनका साथ दिया। कई अमीरों के प्रस्ताव को ठुकराकर खदीजा रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हा ने मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को चुना, सिर्फ उनकी ईमानदारी और सच्चाई के कारण। मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के बारे में लोगों को जब आहिस्ता आहिस्ता पता चला कि वे अल्लाह के दूत हैं, मैसेंजर हैं, तब लोग उनसे जुड़ने में अपनी शान समझने लगे। स्वामी विवेकानंद कहते हैं, बेशक पैगंबर अल्लाह के ही भेजे हुए हैं, नहीं तो दुनिया में उन्हें इतनी प्रसिद्धि नहीं मिलती। जितने भी विवाह उन्होंने किए, या तो वे 2 बार तलाक ली हुई महिलाएं थी, या वे विधवा या बेवा थी, उनमें से एक ही कुंवारी थी। कहने का तात्पर्य है कि उन्होंने भोग विलास के लिए विवाह नहीं रचे थे, बल्कि वह दौर औरतों के हित में नहीं था। तलाकशुदा औरतों से, विधवा औरतों से कोई शादी नहीं करना चाहता था। इसी विचारधारा को बदलने के लिए उन्होंने इस तरह की औरतों के साथ विवाह करके समाज में एक उदाहरण प्रस्तुत किया, और न कि उन्हें दर्जा दिया औरत बीवी का, बल्कि उन्हें हम अपने हर एक फैसले में उन्हें शामिल किया, उनके विचारों का सम्मान किया। 4 विवाह का उल्लेख इस्लाम में हुआ है इसलिए कि जो व्यक्ति काबिलियत रखता हो 4 बीवियों को एक समान दर्जा देने में, तो वो समाज की उन महिलाओं को अपनाए जिन्हें समाज अपनाने में हीन समझता है। उनके विचार आगे कितने लोग लेकर चले हैं, यह एक प्रश्न चिन्ह है। आज रंग, पैसा, रूप यह देखकर विवाह रचते हैं। मात्र 25 साल यह उम्र ही अपने आप में जवानी से भरपूर होती है। एक 40 वर्षीय महिला से विवाह कर 15 साल तक उस विवाह से जुड़े रहे। क्यों? क्योंकि दुनिया में सबसे कठिन रिश्ता पति पत्नी का होता है। उस रिश्ते को कैसे निभाना है, उसका आदर्श उन्होंने प्रस्तुत किया। उसी आदर्श को श्री राम और सीता में भी हम पाते हैं। उस समय के हालात जहां औरतों को सामान की तरह देखा जाता था, भरे बाजार में उनकी बोली लगाई जाती थी, खरीदा जाता था। भारत में भी आदि काल में सती प्रथा थी। यह प्रथा जो है यह प्रथा इसलिए शुरू हुई थी कि आदिकाल में जब किसी औरत का पति मर जाता है, तब शास्त्रों के अनुसार उसकी सारी संपत्ति उसकी पत्नी की और उस पत्नी के घर वालों की हो जाती है। इसी को रोकने के लिए, संपत्ति को बचाने के लिए उस औरत को मजबूरन आग में ढकेला जाता था और इसी प्रथा को फिर आगे आगे सती प्रथा का नाम दिया गया और फिर जो है पतिव्रता यह ढकोसले में डाला गया। जहां औरतों का कोई मोल नहीं था, उन्हें दर्जा ही नहीं दिया जा रहा था। अरब देशों में बच्चियों को पैदा होते ही दफनाया जाता था। इन सभी कुरीतियों को बदलने का प्रयास मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने किया। लड़कियों की परवरिश करना इबादत की तरह होता है और पुण्य कमाने जैसा होता है। ये इस तरह के विचार उन्होंने लोगों में फैलाए। स्वामी विवेकानंद का यह कहना पवित्रता ही ताकत है। यह शरीर की पवित्रता नहीं, मन की पवित्रता पर या शुद्धता पर जोर दिया है, जहां मन में किसी के प्रति द्वेष, ईर्ष्या, छल कपट की भावना ना हो। स्वामी विवेकानंद ने यह भी सवाल उठाए हैं कि अगर इस्लाम में कुछ भी खास बात नहीं होती, तो वह इतने वर्ष तक दुनिया में अपने अस्तित्व को बनाए हुए नहीं रहता, फैला हुआ नहीं रहता। सिस्टर निवेदिता भी इस्लाम की विचारधारा से प्रभावित थी। मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की विचारधारा से प्रभावित थी, जो शिष्य थी स्वामी विवेकानंद की। स्वामी विवेकानंद के उपरांत ही उन्होंने उनकी विचारधारा को आगे वह लेकर चली। इन महान व्यक्तियों से हमें प्रेरणा लेनी चाहिए। यही बात महफूजा तरमुन ने अपने लेख में रखी है। इस्लाम हो या हिंदू धर्म हो या ईसाई धर्म या कोई और धर्म, हर धर्म में प्रेम, भाईचारा, एकता, एक समानता का ही संदेश होता है। इंसान में सिर्फ इंसानियत जिंदा होनी चाहिए। दुनिया अपने आप आसान हो जाती है। समय की पाबंदियों के कारण कई ऐसे बिंदु रह गए हैं, तो फिर मुझे क्षमा कीजिएगा। अंत में कुछ पंक्तियों से अपने विचारों को विराम देना चाहूंगी। आदमी को आदमी का जब कभी एहसास होगा, एक मुकम्मल हौसला हर आदमी के पास होगा। आदमी खड़ा होगा जमीन पर, उस जमीन पर आदमियता का नया इतिहास होगा। धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Ma'am Zaida, for enlightening us with your review. Moving on to our next speaker, I would like to invite Bibi Aisha Jari. She is Assistant Professor at Chogle College. She has done research on immigration to Middle East, literacy translation in SAARC countries, gender equality. She will be presenting a review on topic life lessons, learning to accept failure. Over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Aisha, ma'am.
A very good afternoon to one and all, and I would really like to express my gratitude towards the organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my reviews on a very important topic, that is learning to accept failures by Aisha Syed. As we all know, that failure is defined as the lack of success or the inability to meet our expectations. As we all know that self-worth or self-esteem or self-expectation, we fail to meet, and it is often the fact that it's our own or one that we have created in our head. Most of us don't set out looking to fail at anything, and we especially do not want to be labeled as failures. But that is a big mistake which we have been doing. Failure can be useful, and we can learn from it, gain new insights, and do better always and next time. The right kind of failures give us new information and teach us something that gets closer to our goal. I would like to appreciate the author here as she begins with a very important question and concern and identifies and says that so why it is such a taboo in the society and why it is failure seen as an embarrassment and why do we feel hesitant to talk about it. But I am so much disappointed with the introductory part that it would have been much better because she just explains about the creator, about the opposite things, but she could have more elaborately given emphasis on why and what type of failure it is. Like, however, when we are talking about failures, we are having many types of failures. For here in her article, she expresses and she enlightens on experimental type of failures, which happens and when you try to achieve something and it doesn't work the way you want to achieve it or intend to achieve it. All we have, I think everyone has experienced this brand of failure before and it hurts, but has a silver lining. These experiences enable us to learn from our mistakes and find new solutions as we grow as individuals. And we have one more type of failure, which is called as platonic sense, which isn't something that happens to us. Instead, something we choose for ourselves and occurring when we allow the pain of our experimental failures to change our hearts and our minds for the worse. I would really like to appreciate the author where she uses a very important phrase. For example, she writes, "We grow through our failures. They are war wounds in the battle of every life of us fighting." She emphasizes that by failing at something, we are becoming capable of doing things in a better way. They are windows of gaining experiences and normalize failing for certain things and unthinkable for other matters. Apart from this, she also highlights on small victories to be celebrated. As parents, as teachers, as competitors, we always focus on big victories, big achievement and focus on goals, and in hence we forget to celebrate small victories or small goals. So she emphasizes on set up small goals and on the whole towards the bigger goal and celebrate small victories. And it is so very important, which will help you to lead your success stories. And she also comments that it is very easy to quit, but always remember that we are closer to our goals today than we were yesterday. I would like to reflect that the wisdom of learning from failure is incontrovertible. Failure is a part of life and we must accept it. It is real and it hurts. It also leaves a deep cuts and can separate those who go on to achieve success and those who give up and turn back on their goals. In many ways, I believe failure can be an opportunity to grow and attain a deeper understanding of life. Many instances we fail, but we should not give up. Apart from that, the author explains that the babies, that before the babies take a first step, they fall back down 10 times, but they always get back. They get back again and again, and the 11th time they try. They succeed in taking the first step. And in the world full of people, you quit easily. Let's be resilient like the babies. Instead of feeling miserable over a setback, let's learn to laugh like babies even when they fall on the ground. It's very important for us to understand that when we face failures, we have to take time to look inward and identify our mistakes. Only then we can actually grow through our failures. And it is okay to fail. When you experience failures, you have to stay calm. We have to analyze the cause and we have to devise a plan and action and keep going. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma'am Aisha, for such a motivating review. Now I call upon our last speaker for today, Sister Nuha Sheikh. She is a BSc student in Anesthesia Technology, Goa Medical College. She will be presenting her review on the topic Global Family Day, what it is, and over to you, sister.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. The article that I'll be reviewing on is on the topic Global Family Day and what is it. This article is written by Sheikh Zeba Nooreen. To start off with, I would like to share about what exactly is Global Family Day. Global Family Day is celebrated on January 1 every year. The new year commences by sharing and spreading a positive message of unity to the world. We, as humans, have different cultures and traditions, and we practice different religions across the world. But ultimately, we are a large family and can survive and succeed only if we stand united. Global Family Day is also known as World Peace Day, as it promotes the concept of harmony and unity in the world. It emphasizes the idea of the world as a global village in which we are a family, regardless of the borders, citizenship, etc. It started in 1997 when the United Nations Assembly launched the International Decade for the Culture of Peace and Non-Violence for the Children of the World. Linda Grover played a key role in promoting this in the US. Also, various books, example, One Day in Peace, January 1, 2000, promoted concept of a day in the future with peace and no war. In 1999, all UN member states received an invitation to formally dedicate the first day of the particular year to develop strategies towards peace. Eventually, Global Family Day was declared an annual event in 2001. The various ideas how one can observe this day are arrange an informative webinar for the community, and through this we can spread peace and its importance, discussions and methods that can be adopted to influence the next generation towards peace building, create petitions on specific ongoing conflicts, ask people to join in the cause. A petition with large number of signatures can convince influential peace building organizations to take a stand. Study peace building. The author has also shared why Global Family Day is important. It reminds us that we are one big family, no matter which part of the world we are in. It works towards ending discrimination. It ensures that World War III doesn't take place by constantly spreading messages of peace. This article is a fantastic one to understand what is a Global Family Day and how one should celebrate this. It tells us about how to observe this day with good values and spread peace, and also imparts the importance of Global Family Day. The celebration of this day reminds us how we can create a sense of unity, community, peace throughout nations. I would like to end my review by a small opinion. Although establishing peace in the entire world might sound a little difficult, but one real way to go about maintaining peace in the world starts from within ourselves. Be the change you wish to see in the world. To contribute to the global level or to make the world a better place, we should initiate first. Maintain a good bond with our families, maintain peace at the local level, and support to each other, offer strength and support to each other, among the family and create stability which can transfer to the communities around the world. Be kind, be supportive, and volunteer in various peace organizations. Check and donate to the needy. Make this world a better place to live in. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Nuha, for enlightening us with your review. Now, for the concluding address, I would like to call upon our sub-editor of Aura, Sister Saima, for vote of thanks as well as concluding address.
Assalamu alaikum. Greetings. Good evening to everybody. First of all, I think it has been a wonderful evening, and I would like to extend my gratitude towards all the wonderful speakers who came here, took out time, and CA Moksha Kotian, Ruvina Khan, Zaida Sheikh, Bibi Aisha Jari, and Nuha Sheikh, as well as the host, Ariba, and Nazrana Saiba, who also put together this program for us today. I think it's as on behalf of Team Aura, on behalf of the editorial team, as well as the entire family of Aura, I would like to extend my gratitude towards all of you for taking out your time, for putting your thoughts, sharing your thoughts with us. And it's always a wonderful experience for us every month when we come together, roughly at the end of each month, we come together for the Aura Readers Club program. We've had them in multiple states across the country, and each month is a learning experience for us. And Aura was created, as wonderfully put by our editor. Aura was created with a very distinct vision in mind, that not only did we not want to merely replicate any other women's magazine, so we did not want to be derivative in that sense, but also we wanted to ensure that a magazine is not just something like, okay, you send an article, it might get published, your relationship to the magazine ends there. We wanted to constantly, create a sort of culture where our contributors, our writers, our editors, our readers all can come together and envision Aura's future together. Like, this is working, this is not working, this is an idea we should look at. And these kind of ideas, because we're in a very experimental stage, because we're at a very, we're still very young, we have not a 2-year-old magazine yet, the future of Aura can be shaped by all of you. And that is the reason that we put together these Aura Readers Club programs, where you can offer your criticism and you can offer what should be changed, what else could have been written. And also, more generally, we can discuss the content and how we can connect it to ourselves. Like, people today have spoken about many things, about the idea of trauma, about very serious societal issues such as suicide. And all these concerns are Aura's concerns, because we believe that a woman's magazine is not restricted to the traditional ideas of what women's issues are. Politics is women's issues, health is women's issues, education is women's issues, environment is women's issues, and women bring a very unique perspective to the take on all these things. A woman's magazine doesn't mean that the issue itself has to be merely linked to the question of gender or women, which in itself is a huge field. But it means that as women, we bring a perspective on wide-ranging issues that is truly unique and is also not homogeneous. A women's magazine doesn't mean that all of us think alike. All of us, maybe all the speakers today are women, but it doesn't mean that all of us think alike merely because we are women. So this diversity of opinion is something that we want to preserve in Aura. That is one thing. So my hope, my takeaway from this program as I conclude is that
I hope that all of you continue to be associated with Aura. You reach out to us. I hope that you will write for us. I hope that you will, if you don't prefer to write, then I hope that you can continue to give suggestions to us, inputs on how the magazine should look. And with your prayers and your hopes, I hope that Aura can go a long way, much beyond its second year or even its 20th year. Inshallah. So thank you so much. Thank you to the organizers, to the viewers who have stuck by us as always, and everybody who put it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Saima. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today, and I hope this was a beneficial session for all. I would once again like to thank all the speakers and wonderful audience for patiently listening